Losing trust in an emotionally immature person usually does not happen all at once. It happens after repeated experiences. Trust is built on honesty, consistency, reliability, emotional safety, and accountability. When those things are missing over and over, the natural response is distance because the relationship does not feel emotionally safe. It's not cruelty or punishment. It's a normal nervous system biological response. Emotionally immature individuals struggle to handle their feelings in a healthy way. They are often very impulsive and reactive, unpredictable, defensive, self-centered, or dismissive. They will say one thing, then do another. They avoid accountability. They turn every conversation and situation back on themselves. It's always about them and their feelings because they're completely controlled by them. They cannot manage their emotions. And they react terribly when somebody expresses hurt feelings or sets a boundary. This type of behavior is exhausting to be around over time. People usually start out trying to give the immature person the benefit of the doubt. They explain themselves, they try to communicate better, they overlook behaviors, and hope things will improve. But when the same patterns keep repeating, the nervous system starts adapting. Eventually, someone may stop opening up because experience has taught them it's not safe to do in that relationship. When the emotionally immature person is your parent, the loss of trust feels even more complicated. Children are biologically wired to want a connection with their parents, and they're wired to trust them. A child assumes that their parent will protect them, listen to them, comfort them, guide them, and care about their feelings. When this does not consistently happen, it creates confusion and emotional instability in the child. Many children of emotionally immature parents learned very early that their feelings were not welcome if they didn't meet their parents' emotional needs or the image they were trying to put off. Many children become very hyper aware of their parents' moods and spend years trying to avoid conflict and their parents' unpredictability. Others become caretakers and they feel responsible for keeping the parent emotionally stable. Some stop sharing important information altogether because the past has taught them that they will be guilted, criticized, dismissed, their story will be rewritten or misunderstood. The child may still trust the parent in practical ways, but not emotionally. Trust doesn't have to be all or nothing. It could very well be that if a parent says that they will be there at a certain time, they will be there. They may trust the parent to cook dinner, show up on holidays, be at their extracurriculars, help with their homework, but not trust them with important life decisions, boundaries, vulnerable emotional situations, issues that they have with their peers. Basically, they don't trust them with their inner world. So the relationship becomes superficial, the kind that you can have with anyone. It's not necessarily a special relationship. And often the child eventually emotionally detaches. Many emotionally immature parents expect to be trusted simply because they're the parent. But healthy trust is not maintained through titles. It is built and maintained with emotional safety and repair. Everyone makes mistakes. The difference is emotionally mature people are typically capable of reflecting, attempting to make a change, apologizing sincerely, and listening without becoming defensive. Instead of repair, there is repeated denial, minimizing, blaming others, guilt tripping, or rewriting events. When repair never really happens, the fractures add up and distance naturally develops because the relationship has proven to not be emotionally safe. We have to learn to believe what people do and not what they say, especially when they consistently show that their actions don't match their words. Humans naturally move closer to what feels emotionally safe, and they move away from what feels harmful and unsafe. That is not selfishness, it is self-protection. Having the label of parent does not exempt you from the consequences of your action. Even if you didn't intend to hurt your child, that does not negate negative impact. The parent actually has the most responsibility for the emotional tone of the parent-child relationship, for it was the parent that established it. The child was completely dependent on the parent for many years, and the parent set the tone of that relationship. The parent was supposed to teach the child how to regulate their emotions, but they can't teach a skill they don't possess. Emotional distance, lower expectations, and stronger boundaries are not revenge. They are simply the results of learning through repeated experience where safety does and doesn't exist. Have a good day.